Now, some of the news that the new investors are worried about is Nio going to bankruptcy, and this comes after, of course, we've been seeing, of course, cash and cash equivalents of Nio dropping. I mean, there was a point in time last year, 2022, where Nio had a total cash and cash equivalents of around 8 billion, and I think last quarter they were around 4 or 5 billion, which is something that, of course, is making some of the people to panic right now. This, like I said, it is resulting, or as a result of the cash and cash equivalent, as a result of the gross margins being heavily impacted, as the result of Nio not selling as many vehicles, especially in Q1 and Q2 of this year. Many people are now thinking that Nio is going to bankruptcy, or Nio is going to, of course, file for bankruptcy, which is something that, of course, it is making some of the investors to really panic. I remember, I think last week on Saturday, as I was about to enter somewhere, there was a retail investor who, of course, follow me on this channel, and they told me that why am I still on Nio, because Nio might be going to bankruptcy, of which we had to discuss or have a 30 minutes conversation, me trying to tell that person that, no, look, I'm comfortable investing onto this stock. I don't think they are going into bankruptcy, which even when we part ways, he had, of course, some of the questions that sort of like make him feel that it is going to bankruptcy, which, ladies and gents, yesterday we got to see the Neo's vice president indicating on a conference, or automotive conference, which was taking place at Guangzhou, saying that there is a 0% possibility of Nio going to bankruptcy. He's saying the companies have even gotten the same questions from investors, saying that Nio is Nio going to bankruptcy, which in that conference, ladies and gents, which I suppose it happened yesterday, the vice president of Nio emphasized the point that there is a 0% chance, meaning that there is no chance at all that we will see Nio going into bankruptcy, which is something that, of course, makes me to be really excited as an investor, because this gives me confidence. This gives confidence to the investors, or those that are investing onto Nio, which is something that is pretty good, something that is pretty amazing, and I'm happy to see or to hear that coming from the vice president of Nio. I mean, a couple of days ago, in fact 2 days ago, I did a video, of course, sharing that Nio in its segment, it has been doing pretty good. It's probably yes, the problem is many people want to compare Nio against the other EV competitors who are not in the premium segment. Nio, it is a premium segment, or in its premium segment, it's doing pretty good, which is something that, of course, I also discussed on the video I posted yesterday. So Nio, in terms of sales, ladies and gents, it is growing. This is the very same thing that also the Nio vice president highlighted, to say that sales, of course, year to date, they have increased by 40%. This is something that, of course, it is worth to be noted, because there is no company that can go to bankruptcy when their sales are increasing by 40%. This is the most important point that he also raised during that conference, which I think, or I've been also saying on this channel, to say that, guys, this is a company that is doing pretty good, because the 36 or over 36% increase year over year that Nio was sitting at from January to October has to show you guys that this is a company that is doing pretty good. This is a company that is growing in terms of sales, and getting that confirmation from the vice president of Nio made me to be really excited, which is why I'm doing this video for you today, because, ladies and gents, this is a company that, regardless of where the share price is trading at, I personally still believe that there's hope. Blue sky will come. Long term will always win onto this company, because, ladies and gents, this is a company that continues to innovate. It continues to grow. I mean, tell me a company that, of course, is having a mobile device that is connected, or that easily communicate with the car, like Nio. Nio, it is the first, of course, ladies and gents, automaker to have a connect that is primarily made to connect to a car. This is something that we don't see, or I have not seen in any of the, of course, automakers out there in the world, which means that in terms of innovation, over and above the technology that you can find onto the Nio cars, but Nio it is looking to create a good lifestyle or a great lifestyle segment where the Nio users will not only enjoy their cars, but they will also have products outside the cars that can easily communicate to the car and give them that astonishing service that Nio provides to those that, of course, buy their cars. So I'm very excited about the conference, or about the speech made by the vice president, of indicating once again so I'm very excited about the speech which was made by the vice president of Nio during that automotive conference in Guangzhou, which he indicated or highlighted that there is a 0% chance that Nio will be going to bankruptcy. He didn't say 10%, 20%, 30%, but he's saying 0%, meaning that there are no chances at all of Nio going into bankruptcy, which that it is one of the most important things that probably those that were panicking, or those retail investors who were panicking about this, will at least be at peace knowing that Nio's top management, they maintain that there is no bankruptcy coming to Nio. Nio is not going to go to bankruptcy, which is something that should make you to remain bullish, long and strong onto the Nio stock. I mean, I'm very excited. I mean, one of the things that you will know that as a Nio investor that excites me when we look also into technology, battery swapping station. I know we spoke of the Nio phone, but battery swapping station is another technology that makes Nio to stand out. There are not any automotive or automaker that is currently making this battery swapping station or deploying this battery swapping station besides Nio. Nio is that company that is offering this to the customers, or to those that buy the Nio cars, which enables them to swap the battery in their car in less than 5 minutes, which is the same time that you would normally go and spend to a gas car. With Nio battery swapping stations, you don't have to worry about going to fight for, of course, chargers that you find in charging stations, but rather you can easily just go to a battery swapping station, especially with the third generation, the latest battery swapping station that Nio is deploying. You can spend 3 minutes or less than 4 minutes to swap that battery in your car, and you don't have to worry, because it is a process that takes 4 minutes for one car to get their battery swapped in their car, which is something that is pretty good, and it brings convenience, or makes those that buy the Nio cars and subscribe to BUS to have the luxury of swapping their cars in their battery without even stepping out of the car in less than 4 minutes. So I'm very excited about this kind of news, and you will know that as it stands, Nio has now surpassed 2,100 battery swapping stations in China. So those that are in China, they have got over 2,100 battery swapping station to date, which is something that is pretty good. And the more we are seeing Nio deploying this battery swapping station, is the more we are seeing more swaps being completed, which is something that shows you that it is efficient, it is working, and it will generate some good revenues, or bring in some good revenues into Nio, because not only are the consumers or those that buy the Nio cars are able to swap their batteries, but they are able to upgrade their battery. Let's say for a 75 to 100 kilowatts battery, they are able to do that at a fee of $7 or around $7, which is something that is pretty amazing, because with 100 kilowatts, you know that you can have more distance that you can travel as compared to, of course, a 75 kilowatts battery. So I'm very excited, and I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and when subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.